Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas on Twitter, joined today by Preston Johnson at Sports Cheetah on Twitter, and Gianni the Greek at Greek_Gambler. Do not forget the underscore like I always seem to do. Let's talk a little NFL. One of the probably more exciting games on the dock this week, Cincinnati catching 6 at Kansas City, total 58.5. Preston, I'll start with you. It was pretty painful betting against the Chiefs on Sunday night. Yeah,
you laid 3.5.
I did have 3.5. And, you know, I did have the 5 with the Broncos the previous time I had bet against the Chiefs. And I just don't know if I can't get this Chiefs team figured out or if I just have really bad luck.
Yeah, I stayed away from the game. I will say, when you actually look at the box score after the fact, they settled for a bunch of field goals in the first half. They threw that end zone interception before the half. The Chiefs gained 8.42 yards per play on offense, which is ridiculously high. On the Patriots, on the road, they scored 40 points. They still couldn't win. That's because their defense isn't good. It's still one of the worst in the league. So this is a weird team where it's like, yeah, they could probably outscore anybody if they make a couple mistakes offensively, whether they be penalties. I think they're the second or third most penalized team too. Then it's going to be tough. They're going to have to settle for field goals or turn it over, and it's going to come down to that with them and if they can improve defensively throughout the season. So this is one where all the numbers have said they've kind of been inflated. I was on the Broncos as well. I didn't bet this one, though, and this is one, again, where I'm surprised it moved from 5 to 6 technically versus my number. I think 5's a pretty good line against the Bengals, but at the same time, I'm not surprised because everyone's betting this Chiefs team and the market's going
technically
that way.
6-0 against the spread with the closing number, so it's really hard to bet against them. And I looked at it this week and I said, you know what, I'm just going to stay off this game. But VR, I know you have an idea of what you'd like to be playing on this.
Yeah, last week I passed on the side. I liked New England, as I said in the video. I ended up betting the over and giving out the over, so I ended up cashing that bet. Just something didn't sit right with me at that 3.5, and I was like, I'm not going to buy the hook. It was costing too much at that point, and I just passed. Here's the bottom line with the Chiefs. They're overvalued. As much as they continue to outperform the betting market, the bottom line is you're paying a premium for them. There's absolutely no reason they should be this high of a favorite against Cincinnati, even at home. I mean, I could name 7, 8, maybe 9 teams on a neutral field that would be favored over Kansas City. So all this talk that they're a top 3 team in the NFL, absolutely not. And I would bet you poll 10 bookmakers, odds makers, and 9 out of 10 of them won't even have KC in the top 5, power rating wise. I just think if you really look into that team, like Preston said, they're doing it all with offense, and you kind of need both to win in the playoffs, win championships. They're more of a team that seems like a regular season type of team.
Oh, where that's kind of how they've always been.
Exactly.
You get to the playoffs,
exactly.
Andy Reid can't do much after that.
But now, what happens after that loss? We've seen in the past, after the loss, the wheels come off. And I'm not a Chief hater by any means. I don't like or dislike any. It matters. It doesn't matter to me. I bet you one week and fade you the next. So I don't have a team. I could care less. It's all about a number to me. It ain't even about the jerseys. And this number is just way too high. On a neutral field, I'd make the Chiefs maybe a 1-point favorite over Cincinnati. Add home field advantage, and I made my line even lower than Preston's.
So there's a question for you. So if you make them 1 point on a neutral field, I've been to Arrowhead. Arrowhead is a monster place to play, and especially now they flex the game to a Sunday night game. Does that equate to any, like even a half-point difference, a point difference?
What are you going to give them, 3 points for home field advantage? Maybe a half a point greater than most NFL teams? Maybe 3 points? If you give them that, they should be, what, 4-point favorite? He's got him at about 5.5. So, I mean, granted, at 5.5, if he's got him at 6.5, not much value there, probably a no bet. But for me, I think this is a good spot for Cincinnati, catching this many points. I believe it or not, I'd like it to stay under a touchdown. I think you're going to see Chiefs teasers like you've never seen before. And I would not, not like this stuff's rigged or anything like that. But, the bottom line is this is a very beatable team because we've seen defensively they just don't get it done. And I think Cincinnati's that kind of team that just gets disrespected. No one talks about 4-2 coming off a loss. I think they're going to be focused. Give me 6, 6.5. I'll take them. I'll sprinkle that money line all day, too. I know I'm going to get hate for it because they got all the fanboys that love the Chiefs. I'm just telling you, you're paying too much.
Welcome to my Twitter.
6-0 ATS. After week 16, we'll see where they are ATS.
All right, guys, WagerTalk Text Club. It's 100% free. Just text WagerTalk to 33222 and get a $10 coupon just for signing up. Plus, you get some free picks and other special offers.